Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to another video. Sorry I haven't posted a video last week. It's been really busy, lots of stuff going on. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, I've had some time to think about things and just kind of keeping up with social media and the news and talking to family back at home and whatnot. And there's a kind of pattern I've noticed, and that's that everything's really scary, and I'm seeing a lot of doom and gloom coming out on the news and with people talking about stuff. And I realized something interesting is happening though, and that's that I'm seeing also a lot of the opposite happening. I'm seeing a lot of like compassion and care and love coming out from people as well, whether it's supporting people who need support or just kind of offering good news or happy news or stuff like that instead of the normal doom and gloom. And I wanted to take a moment today to get all of us to stop and really think and appreciate kind of what we have, and not just think about what could potentially be going bad or what could be worse. Or, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff talking about like, oh, how about this government could have done this or this. And, you know, I was even thinking about comparing how Vietnam's handling the situation compared to like other countries. And I realized there's really no point. I have no influence over it, and we don't really have much, you know, decision-making power in what's happening or what could have been done, right? There's really no point in looking at that at the moment. And instead now we kind of just need to make it through these tough times and really appreciate what we do have. So the first thing I've really noticed is like our general health is super important, and it's something we often like negate, whether it's like working too much and not exercising, or not going to the doctor when we maybe should have, or eating healthier, or just general health. And I think it's something we all are starting to appreciate a lot more, especially considering there's a lot of people who don't have that right now. And I think even going forward, it's something we need to keep in the back of our minds. Now that our generation or this time will have lived through this, it's going to be important for us to keep that in the back of our minds and appreciate that, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for us. I don't need to go into details, but you understand how important our health is. The second thing I really noticed is like your friends and family are just super important. Like, what I mean is, that's obvious, right? But what I really mean is, we live in a world where we're super individualistic and we focus on ourselves and doing what we want. But this crisis has made us stop and realize how important everybody around us really is. And again, just to appreciate that, you know, say you care about the people you care about, and talk to your parents and tell your friends you care about them, or your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and really appreciate those people that are around you, because, well, you never really know what could happen, you know. And appreciate and enjoy that time now that we're all basically in lockdown. Enjoy the time you have together, you know. Appreciate it, because, you know, in a few months we'll probably be back to work and back to normal, you know. A third thing I've really noticed is money doesn't really matter. You know, we focus so much of our time and energy on work to make money. But at the end of the day, again, going back to what I said before about health, like, you know, your money is good and important to get you by for sure. And in America, probably pay for medical expenses if need be. But it's not the be all and end all. It should be, you know, valued, but it shouldn't be the only thing you value, because your health is still more important. And kind of another thing relating to that is, like, I've noticed, I spent a lot of time on 9gag looking at memes, but there's like some guys that I just saw somebody posted that like they're really scared because they don't have money and how they're gonna feed their family and stuff. And literally in the comments was like dozens of people being like, hey man, like give me your PayPal and I can send you like 50 euros, I can send you 100 euros, you know, or whatever. And like, so people, like, in this crisis, we're all starting to finally work together, and it's really amazing to see. And it shows us the potential we have as like the human race, so to speak. We can all work together to get what we want and get what we need. It also, for me, is great to see, because I don't want to get into it in this video, but I'm really like anti kind of corporate America. It really bugs me, and it's amazing to see that we really don't need those companies to give us jobs and whatever. But instead, if we can all feed each other in a way, like we can help out each other when we need it, so we don't need the system, so to speak. You know, and it's really nice to see that people are actually working together. You know, it's been a bad time in many ways, but there's also a lot of good that I'm trying to take from it. And I think for all of us, it's important to sit down and kind of try to make the most of this situation. It's what I've tried to do my whole life, through the tough times of coming to America with my family, or, you know, leaving my friends back in Germany when I was a kid. And you always try to look at the best parts, you know, and try to appreciate what you have, and don't, you know, it's not that you shouldn't ignore the bad parts, but you can't let them control your life, because it's so easy to get overwhelmed, and it can just destroy you in a way, you know. So it's a short one, guys, but I just want you all to go out there and really appreciate what you have. Give a hug to those who are important to you, and stay safe, and just make the most of it, you know, because before you know it, we're gonna be back to normal. I'm saying that in an optimistic tone. I really hope we can go back to normal soon. I'm kind of getting crazy being indoors, but I guess it's the price we all pay, to the sacrifice we make, the pain we experience, as I said in my previous videos. So anyways, guys, you know what to do. There's some updates coming to the channel that I'll tell you about in maybe another week or so, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.